Hi there, let's learn how to play Random Encounters, the cooperative role-playing card game. It's for 1 to 4 players, ages 13 and up, and takes about 20 minutes per player. In Random Encounters, you and your friends will team up to battle monsters, evade traps, and work together using your abilities to challenge the fearsome boss monsters at the end of each of the 3 levels. Defeat a boss in level 3 and you win, but if your party gets wiped out during an encounter, then you lose. Here are the basics of Random Encounters. You have character cards, loot cards, and encounter cards. Characters are who you play as throughout your adventure. Loot cards are things like your equipment or items, and these will be used to buff up your character and make them more efficient at tackling the challenges found in the dungeon. For encounters, you have monsters, traps, and event cards. Basically, one player will be the leader and draw an encounter card. Then the party works together to defeat that encounter card. Once they do, the leader draws a loot card, and the next player going clockwise becomes the leader. You repeat this process until each player has been the leader for 2 encounters, and then you fight a boss for that level. Once you defeat the boss, you move on to the next level. After you've done this for all 3 levels, you win! Now let's look at a character card. You have a name and title at the top, and then this column over here are your health points. If you get damaged by a trap or a monster, these will be reduced, and you can replenish them with potions or food or resting. You'll start the game at this large heart icon, and that represents your maximum health points. But your health will increase as you go through the levels and level up. And over here on the top right, you have your skills. You have strength, agility, and magic. These will be used for your dice rolls when you do things like attacking or dodging traps. Right below that are your equipment slots. You'll be placing cards on top of these equipment slots, and these will boost up your skills. For example, a sword would give you an extra point of strength, or Redwing the Hawk would give you an extra point of agility. Before we get into the abilities, let me mention that there is a 6-sided die in the game. Instead of a 6, there is a star icon. Usually when you roll a star, something really good happens. Now back to the abilities. 1 is their battle ability. Your battle ability is activated when you roll a star on a die, or use one of your character's star tokens. You can roll and then decide to see if you'll use your star token, which turns any die roll you just made into an automatic star. And then characters have a leader ability. So depending on who the leader is, the party will gain different benefits. Let's take a closer look at the loot cards. Different characters can equip different kinds of loot. The icon and the background color will show what kind of a loot it is. They could give you points in strength, agility, magic, or even to all of your attack skills or all of your defending skills. There are weapons, armor, trinkets, familiars, which have their own special abilities, and then there's items, like potions and food, that are a one-time use but can help out your character in a pinch. And then there's also 1 enchantment card in every level. These are special rare crystals that you can attach to your equipment to power it up, giving it elemental damage against certain monster types. To get set up, everyone chooses a character. They get 1 clear life gem token to keep track of their health points, 1 star token, and 1 loot card. Then they roll a die to determine who will be the leader first, star being the highest. Now, what kind of a quest will you be going on? Randomly select 1 boss monster from each of the 3 levels and reveal them. These will be the bosses you will face at the end of each level. For encounters, you have monsters, traps, and event cards. Here's a monster, the Mushroom Man. On the top left corner are his health points. Notice that it says 4x. The x is the number of players. So if there are 2 people in the party, then the Mushroom Man has 8 health points. If there are 3 players in the party, then he has 12 health points, and so on. At the top right corner, it shows what type of monster he is. The Mushroom Man is a nature and humanoid type monster. Some monsters have abilities, as shown in the center here. Monsters, just like players, also have skills. This gold outline surrounding strength shows that that is what the monster will attack with, if he gets a chance to attack. In battle, the players always go first, unless they get an ambush card. The leader gets to go first and may perform 1 action on their turn. They can attack, use an item, or activate their battle ability by either using a star token or rolling a star on their attack roll. So, let's do an attack. First, as a player, you choose which skill you plan on using, and it's always skill versus skill. So, if you were to make a strength attack, you would compare your strength to the monster's. You take your skill, add up any bonuses you get, and roll a die. Add up this total number and subtract the monster's number. Whatever the difference is the damage dealt. Then the next player gets to go. If all players have taken their turn and the monster is still not defeated, then the monster gets a chance to attack. Have the leader roll for the monster, and add in the monster's highlighted skill plus the die roll, and apply that attack to all players. Each player subtracts their same skill, and the difference is the damage dealt to the player. Once the monster has run out of health points, it is defeated, and the leader draws a loot card. Let's look at a trap card, Exploding Mushrooms. All players must roll an 8 strength or an 8 magic, or they suffer 5 damage. So each player, starting with the leader, pick their best skill for the job, add in any relevant bonuses, and roll the die. If they can hit that number or higher, then they succeed. But if they fail, they'll suffer the ill effects. Remember, during trap cards, a star is an automatic success and a 1 is an automatic failure. Now, you can roll and then decide to see if you'll use your star token, which turns any die roll you just made into an automatic star. There are also all sorts of event cards which list special conditions. For example, the Lost Fairy. The team has to choose one player to perform this task. There are also other event cards like Ambushed, which allows the monster to attack first, or Monster Nest, where you draw 2 monsters and fight them both at the same time. After each player has been the leader for 2 encounters, you then fight the boss monster. Bosses are very similar to regular monsters, except that they have 2 abilities. They have a regular ability, and boss monsters have a star ability, and will put your teamwork to the test. Good luck! You've just defeated the boss. Congratulations! Each player now levels up. Fully recover the whole party's health points, and your maximum increases to the next heart icon. They also get a loot card from the next level, and they get to choose a skill token to increase their skills. After defeating level 1, you get 1 skill token. After defeating level 2, you'll get 2 skill tokens. You can now sell loot cards before entering the next level. Notice on the bottom right corner of the loot cards is a copper, silver, or gold icon. This determines the value of a card. 2 copper equals 1 silver, 2 silver equals 1 gold. To sell items, the party puts all the unwanted loot cards into a single pile and adds up the total value. Then they may purchase cards from the upcoming level equal to that value. And that is how you play random encounters. So work together, use your abilities wisely, and remember, stick together, adventurers.
A monster! I'm gonna punch him!